I'm going to read it.
Okay.
Borders, March 2004. There are always many war stories that come out of every war, and having fought in 3 wars, I've had my share of stories. But there's one in my memory that bears sharing. In the early months of 1945, I was flying P-51s out of an airstrip in Lingayen Gulf, Luzon, Philippine Islands. One of the pilots in my flight and tent mate was a J.B. Cox of Garden City, Texas. On February 22, 1945, he was scheduled to fly a mission to dive bomb and strafe Japanese ground positions in the foothills northeast of the city of Manila. His scheduled airplane was not ready to fly on that day, so he was assigned my airplane, a P-51 D-20 named the San Antonio Rose, as I was not scheduled to fly that day. While on that mission, he was shot down by ground fire and lost. In the fall of 1999, some 54 years later, Warren Sparks from California, another squadron pilot who was there at the time, was attending a Confederate Air Force show and exhibit in Midland, Texas. There he met a lady that turned out to be J.B. Cox's sister, who was 13 years old at the time that he was lost. It seems that the Cox family had only sketchy details of his loss. Sparks called me after he told her everything that he knew about her brother, and then called another squadron pilot who was there at the time, a Jap Lott of Houston, Texas. Lott then called J.B. Cox's sister and found out the whereabouts of J.B. Cox's son, who was born 11 days after his father was lost. 2 days later, another squadron pilot, Milo Lake, who lives in Florida, visited Lott in Houston. It was discovered that Lake lived in the same Florida town as Cox's son, whom he contacted on his return to Florida. Lake was with Cox on the mission when he went down. Sparks, Lott, and Lake gave the Cox family the full details of what actually happened on that fateful day, bringing closure to an old mystery, haunting. Borders and Lott are still among the World War II survivors, while Sparks and Milo have joined our friends to wait for us.